From a teenage girl allergic to water to another that has a condition that makes her eyes, nose, and fingernails seep blood. We take a look through 15 inspirational teens you won't believe actually exist. Number 15. Eliza Nee Silva. Brazil's tallest teen is set to become the world's tallest bride after her much shorter fiancé popped the big question. Aspiring model Eliza Nee Silva, who is a staggering 6 foot 8 inches tall, has been dating 5 foot 4 inch Francinado da Silva Carvalho for more than 3 years. Despite a massive foot and a half between them, Francinaldo has no problem increasing the distance by dropping to one knee after a romantic stroll along the beach. Number 14. Shivanath and Shivaram Sahu. Conjoined twins Shivanath and Shivaram Sahu caused quite a stir when they were born in India, with some people in their village worshipping them as divine incarnations. And while one doctor has said it would be possible to separate the 13-year-olds who were born joined at the waist, the duo are determined to remain together. The pair, who were born in a tiny village near Raipur in central India, share 2 legs and 4 arms and work in tandem to get around. A local doctor told the family they were both healthy, but he could not separate them. Number 13. Lola and Claire Hartley. A mother has described how her daughters weigh just 3 stone or 42 pounds between them, despite being 9 and 14. After both were born with dwarfism and a rare neurological condition called microcephaly, which is associated with a smallness of the head and incomplete brain development. Lola and Claire Hartley are just 5 foot tall between them and are so small they're carried around in their mother's arms. They are severely disabled, visually impaired, cannot walk or talk, and suffer regular seizures. Number 12. Hunter Steins. The teenager has a rare condition that has left her skin so damaged that many people believe she's been involved in a fire. Hunter Steins, aged 18, has a rare genetic condition, harlequin ichthyosis, which means her skin is too thick and she has dry patches all over her body. She's unable to close her eyes, wears a wig because her hair follicles are blocked by skin, and is in constant danger of dehydrating because she cannot sweat. The condition also limits Hunter's movements. The thick skin stops her from flexing her fingers. Number 11. Venus Isabel Palmeiro. Venus Isabel Palmeiro, born February 1997, better known as Venus Angelic, is a YouTube personality who is known for her doll-like appearance. She became known as the Living Doll after a YouTube video, How to Look Like a Doll, went viral in March of 2012. She was featured on the TLC documentary series My Strange Addiction in 2014 in an episode called I'm a Living Doll. Venus spends over $200 a month on clothes, but this isn't dress-up. She keeps her guys 24 hours a day, so is homeschooled by her mum. Number 10. Georgia Green. This real-life sleeping beauty lives with Klein-Levin syndrome, a 1 in a million sleep disorder, which means she sleeps without waking properly for up to 10 times a day. Georgia, of Flagstaff Hill, has regular episodes where she sleeps for 12 to 18 hours a day. The rest of the time she is in a sleep-like state, unable to make conversation and only getting out of bed to binge eat and go to the toilet. Georgia estimates she has endured about 35 episodes, which means she has lost nearly a year of her life sleeping. Number 9. Sarah Atwell. Sarah Atwell, aged 17, has been called just about every name in the book, and all because of her condition known as neurofibromatosis, which causes her cheek and eye to enlarge and droop. In the US, it affects approximately 1 in 3,000 children. While the tumor is benign, the pressure on her face and eye can cause painful headaches and blurred vision. Out in public, people will point and call her names, she says. Parents will tell their children to avert their eyes. They'll call her ugly outright. The bullying has persisted since she was 10 years old. Number 8. Zubair LaHood. This young man was diagnosed with a venous malformation, a type of vascular abnormality affecting the veins in his face. The severe growth he has over the 18 years he's been alive continued to grow, engulfing the left side of his face. His lips and tongue were pushed outwards as the blood vessels beneath his skin became swollen and expanded. But in spite of this disfigurement, Zubair refused to let his condition hold him back. Number 7. Cassidy Hooper. A girl who was born without eyes or a nose has begun a final series of operations and skin grafts in the hope that doctors in America will be able to construct a nose for her. Cassidy Hooper began a 2-year process involving multiple surgical procedures at the age of 14. The then 17-year-old, pictured here, was preparing for complex surgery that saw a nose attached to her face. Cassidy has baffled doctors with her condition since her birth, particularly as she is otherwise fit and healthy. Number 6. Alexandra Allen. This 17-year-old is so allergic to water that even sweating can cause a potentially deadly burning rash. Alexandra Allen from Utah suffers from the condition aquagenic urticaria, which is so rare it affects just 35 people in the whole world. Showers have been quick and cold. Long soaks in the bath are out of the question because they trigger burning inflammation. The symptoms can last from a few hours to a week after exposure. Alexandra first realized she had the condition when she developed hives after spending time in a hot tub while on vacation. Number 5. Girija Srinivas. At first glance, she may look like a toddler, but Girija Srinivas is in fact 19 years old, a teenager trapped in the body of a young child. She suffers from a rare medical condition called congenital agenesis of the bones, which has led to her body failing to develop and grow properly. As a result, she is just 2 foot 5 inches in height and weighs a mere 12 kilograms, the same weight as an average 2-year-old. Miss Srinivas cannot sit up because her head is so heavy in comparison to her body, and she's unable to lift anything beyond a cup of coffee. Number 4. Mahendra Rao. A boy whose head hangs at a 180-degree angle had life-changing treatment thanks to an overwhelming response from donors around the world. Mahendra Rao, 12, who suffers from a rare condition that makes his neck bend and his head hang from his body, faced a bleak future before his story was publicized a couple of years ago. And his desperate parents admitted they would rather he die than continue to suffer. But Dr. Rajagopalan Krishnan, a senior consultant and spinal surgeon, was hopeful he could improve Mahendra's life for free. Number 3. Swearingen. A 19-year-old girl from Rockwell, North Carolina, was diagnosed with giant congenital melanocytic nevus after being born with the oversized mole-like marks. They cover more than 2/3 of her body, with the largest one stretching from her navel to her lower thigh. Since she was a small child, she's had to endure cruel taunts from other children and adults, although she's now developed a positive attitude towards her rare skin condition, which affects only around 1 in every 500,000 people. Number 2. Julia Vinn. She may have the face of a porcelain doll, but below the neck, this 18-year-old is more like the Incredible Hulk and can deadlift 400 pounds, the average weight of a male lion. Powerlifter Julia Vinn's unusual blend of wide-eyed beauty and muscular physique has captured the attention of fans in Russia. The innocent-faced teenager, who likes to take topless pictures of herself, already holds 3 world powerlifting records, but says there's no limit to how muscly she would like to become. Number 1. Marni Harvey. This teenage girl has a condition that makes her eyes, nose, ears, and fingernails seep blood. Marni Harvey, age 16, is thought to be the only person in the UK and possibly the world with the frightening symptoms. Doctors are baffled by the bleeding, which starts without warning and can happen up to 5 times a day. Countless scans and tests have failed to find a cause for the condition, which leaves Marni exhausted and suffering migraine-like headaches. It's forced the brave youngster to put her life on hold, as she has to drop out of college and has struggled to find a job, boyfriend, or go on holiday because of the bleeding.